Hi, everybody. Thanks for joining me as we take a look at your weekend forecast for June 14th through the 16th. It's going to be a good weekend this weekend, except for today. Not that today's going to be too bad. This morning, particularly, there's a few showers around. It's actually not going to be as bad as it kind of looks right now. It's kind of gray out there right now. Looks like it's going to be rainy. There'll be some rain this morning, off and on. Could see a few peaks of sun this afternoon, although we could still see a shower potentially as we still have a front kind of clearing through. But then tomorrow, things look really nice, and Sunday they look really nice. Temperatures are going to be kind of cool, nice weather as we get some Canadian air in here before we start to warm up, but stay dry for a bunch of next week until we get some chances of some showers and thunderstorms later in the week. But at least to start, will be dry. So let's take a look at satellite. We can kind of see what's happening. You can see there is a front here. Actually, really kind of two fronts. One front here that's touching off a bunch of showers. And maybe a rumble of thunder, although the timing isn't such. Later on, there'll be some thunderstorms, but I think the front will have sagged far enough south where we're not going to really see much in the way of thunderstorms, whereas there could be some severe weather, but it's going to be over southern New England, not over southern Vermont. There's a little bit of a secondary front that's pushing some of this kind of Canadian air in our direction. This is the time of year where we like Canadian air. We're rooting for it. During the winter, except for the fact that it can sometimes set the stage for snow, we often don't really want the Canadian air because it often means frigid temperatures. But this time of year, it means cool and dry air. It's great. We're going to get that this weekend. It means not the most amazing beach weather. If you're hoping to get like an early day at the beach, you can go. It won't be cold, but the water's still cold. And temperatures tomorrow, especially in the mid-60s, which with a lot of sun is tough to do this time of year. Maybe upper 60s, but yeah, tough to do this time of year because the air aloft is pretty chilly. So we're just going to have to kind of be aware of that. But in terms of if you're doing anything else outside, really beautiful weather. If you're going to do anything in the evening, tomorrow evening, like if you got a cookout or a campfire kind of idea going, you're going to probably want a sweatshirt because it'll get cooler, but it'll be like that nice, comfortable cool that you get this time of year. Let's take a look at radar. You can see here's that front. Again, the actual surface front is back near the Canadian border to our west, but it is settling east. Because the front is still a ways away, even though the showers we currently have kind of look like a line that's going to move through, and I'll show you an closer in version of those in a little bit. There is some ability for potential for some showers and thunderstorms to continue to pop kind of in this area before the front actually swings through. So at least through mid-afternoon, there's definitely a pretty good chance of that happening. Not really anything associated with this second cold front that's kind of heading through a boundary layer. But that will also clear through so that we get into this cooler air. We'll warm up again on Sunday some if you're hoping for kind of warmer weather. All right, so let's take a look at that radar closer in. You can see, yeah, you can even kind of see continuing to bubble up some showers to our west here as this first batch of light rain and a few showers, a little heavier showers, pulls through. Here's like the actual front. So until that clears, we're definitely still with a possibility of some showers. Like I said, mid-afternoon or so. After that, we get much nicer. Let's take a look. Temperatures tell a pretty good story of what's going to happen here. Notice up around Hudson Bay and in a lot of Ontario, temperatures are in the 40s, chilly-ish to start this morning, and some 30s up near Hudson Bay. Again, this time of year, obviously, it's warmer this time of year up there, but you're still way far north there, so it's not that unusual to have some chilly mornings. But that air is going to settle south towards us. Not 30s. We're not going to see any 30s. We will see some 40s, mid-40s potentially, especially Saturday morning, which is tomorrow morning. So, yeah, definitely going to see some chilly weather associated with this. And Sunday morning will be pretty chilly too. But in general, very nice during the days. Let's take a look at what that actually looks like on our forecast. Today, morning rain. Could see a peek or two of sun later in the afternoon, especially the evening. Of course, we can see sun till like 7:30, 8 o'clock now this time of year. So that gives us a longer time for some of those clouds to start to pull out as the front moves through. Temperatures it's a little sticky this morning, and that's part of why we have the showers as the front moves through. Temperatures in the mid-60s or mid-70s, particularly if we see any sun before the front moves through, which would give a better chance of more of a heavier shower. That will give, temperatures could bubble up pretty good because temperatures aloft are pretty warm currently. Overnight tonight, we fall back. Depending on how much cloudiness hangs on, we may be low 50s, could even be upper 40s if we really clear out. Little hard to know exactly how clear we're going to get. Tomorrow, though, definitely clear by morning and full sun. basically no clouds. Could be a cloud or two, pop up like a fair weather cloud in the afternoon, but basically full sun. Temperatures in the mid 60s. Like I said, kind of hard to actually keep temperatures that low this time of year with that much sun, but it's going to feel beautiful out there. Great day to get out there and enjoy. Like I said, it's not really beach weather. If you're going to the if you're going to any of the rivers or streams around, the kiddos can splash around in them, but it's going to feel cold. So just be aware of that. Temperatures fall back. It's chilly Sunday morning. That's the chillier morning as we're clear really all night, get some radiational cooling to happen. And we're in the mid 40s. So not like anything to worry about, but definitely it'll feel chilly. You might, if you've had the windows open all the time and you don't want to wake up to like a pretty chilly house, you might want to shut the windows on Saturday night. So Sunday though, temperatures start to warm, and that will be a trend going forward after Sunday as well. Again, basically full sun. Again, could see a cloud or two, but basically full sun. Temperatures in the low to mid 70s on Sunday. Really, really nice day. Getting closer to wanting to go to the beach potentially as well. Temperatures overnight fall back again into the 50s, but you can kind of see this warming trend. That will continue, and we could be hot and humid by the middle of next week, which isn't amazing, but we're going to continue with the dry weather for the most part, although we could, as we get towards the middle to end of next week, opportunities for like kind of pop-up thunderstorms and all that humidity increase. Let's take a look at our highlights. Weekend highlights: after some morning showers today, our weather turns very nice for the rest of the weekend. Full sun tomorrow and Sunday. Very pleasant temperatures on Saturday and Sunday. Any storms today look to stay below the severe threshold, and actually the storm threat continues to lessen. That's sort of a holdover from Wednesday when I do this forecast for my patrons, where it looked like the storms may hold off and might have come through more in like midday to afternoon. There would have been more of a chance for some thunderstorms. But as they've happened more in the morning, I think we could see a rumble of thunder today, but for the most part, storms are quite weak and mostly just showers. Dry weather continues after today in next week with increasing temperatures. Like I said, by the middle of next week, we could be hot and humid with temperatures getting close to 90. Wouldn't be surprised at all if we make a run, especially those valley locations, into the 90s next week. With pretty high humidity levels, it will be uncomfortable. So there you go. That will be, if you're looking for beach weather by the middle of next week, you're going to find it. So, let's take I want to give a quick shout out to my patrons. They help support what I do here at the West River Weather Guy. I will be back on Monday. We'll look at your work week forecast. And if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel before, I'd encourage you to do so. And if you're interested in becoming a patron, there is a link in the description below that talks about what you get as a patron and how it helps support the channel. All right. Thank you. And we'll be back on Monday.